Alright, I'm going to explain the terminology of Mortal Kombat for beginners, people who are just picking up the game now. I always recommend going through the tutorial. The tutorial is very deep. It explains absolutely every mechanic of Mortal Kombat, but the way that they define it sometimes can be a little bit complicated. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to explain it and then show you a demonstration of it. So first, also I'm using Raptor's Combat Academy to guide myself here. I will link it in the description below for you. Their glossary is great, and that website, Combat Academy, is definitely one that you want to consult constantly because it has everything you need to know about Mortal Kombat 11. Breakaway. What is breaking away? I'm going to show you what breaking away is. So for example, if I juggle someone, I get her in a combo, I launch her. In this game, you have the option to break away to prevent your opponent from continuing their combo, and that looks like this. What is the input? The input is down Y. Look at on the right at the bottom. You have to do this. Don't do it gently, right? Press it. and breaking away costs 2 bar of defensive meter. Look at the bottom right. See how it costs 2 of them? You can only break when you're being launched. If I keep it unbreakable, see, the AI is supposed to be breaking here, but now I'm keeping it unbreakable, and that's definitely not what I wanted. So I'm gonna close this, and there's no breakaway for her. And in this game, you have 2 types of combos: combos that launches and combos that don't launch. We usually say keeping it unbreakable. Like now I'm keeping it unbreakable because I see she has defensive meter and I don't want her to break. So she had to take all that damage without breaking, or I could have launched her and she would have broken right away. Amplifying means special moves have a normal input, which costs no bar, or you can do the special amplified and it does something different, right? With the spear, I can either complete it and it's just an ender, throws on the floor, you cannot combo. If you want to combo with a spear for Scorpion, you have to amp it. For example, when you teleport with Scorpion, you don't amp it, you don't amplify it, we say amp it, then it does nothing, it just hits her. But if I amp it, it launches her. And that requires 1 bar of meter, of offensive meter. Look at the bottom left. Horizontally, you see how 1 bar is gone, and it will slowly refill. When it's gone, it means that you lost a bar, and it costs a bar to amplify shit. Sometimes it costs a defensive bar depending on what the move is, but in most instances, when you're hitting someone, the bar that's going to cost you is always going to be offensive bar. Defensive bars are used when you do something like teleport. When you teleport far away, depending on the character, it will cost you defensive meter. You can delay your get up in this game. So let's say I hit Cassie Cage, gets up normally, okay? She has 1 more type of get up. So now she's going to delay it. And I know because if you look to the middle right, you see it says delay. Whoop, that little thing pops up. The animation is different. She raises her head a tiny little bit, looks at me, and then gets up. So this is different than this. See how quickly she gets up compared to this? She takes a little bit more time. So that's called delaying your wake up, or also called delayed get up. Fatal blow is an attack that you can only do once. If you miss it, it's going to be coming back, but in a few seconds. So right now I can't use it. It's left trigger and right trigger at the same time. You can only use it when your life is 30% or less. So before that, if I put my life at 40, 31 even, see it's at 31% right now and I can't use it. Can't use it at all. So at 30% or less, and when you touch once, you can't use it for the other round. You can't use it for anything else. If you do it, you lose the round, you're, out of luck because you're not going to be able to use it again. If she blocks it, so I showed you if I miss the attack, it's fine. If she blocks it, my thing goes away, but it's going to come back in a few seconds. I think it's in 10 seconds or something like that. I don't remember. And you also hear a sound, right? So I'm going to do this, and then we'll wait until it comes back, and you'll hear like a beep beep. Here you go, you heard the sound and now it's flashing again. If you look at the top left where it says fatal blow, the animation is a little bit different than when I do this. Now it's like blacker, darker. So that means that it's on cooldown. And let's say that I complete it, I'm gonna do it. And we'll see what the animation looks like in terms of the rotations or whatever. The written stuff. Fatal blows usually do 31%, sometimes they do a little bit more. Okay, if we look at the top, now it doesn't say fatal blow anymore. It's completely disappeared. It's not dark, it's just not there. Flawless blocking, it's like a block technique where you press block right before the hit touches you. You have to like smash the right trigger and it gives you a flawless block, and you have options from the flawless block. So let's say I do, okay, this is flawless. And she can do flawless up 3 or up 2. I'm gonna actually get her to hit me instead. Okay, so if she does this, I flawless block. And I do up 2. And it does a special attack. And I launch her. This is pretty difficult for beginners, but when you get used to it, eventually it doesn't get as hard. Also, when you flawless block, attacks sometimes they change their frames. Not always, but sometimes. Also, when you flawless block something, you take less chip damage. Chip damage means if you look at the up on Cassie Cage's health bar, you see how she's still getting hurt even though she's blocking. You see the red? But if she flawless blocks, she takes much less. She still takes some chip. And when we look at Cassie Cage herself, you see how she takes 1 damage? To flawless block an attack, if I recall the frames, it's 3 frames which you have to press block before it touches you. So like while he's in the air, like you're seeing it coming, and right at the end you have 3 frames to block before you get touched. So that's extremely quick, but you can get used to it. A flawless block attack is what I showed you. When you flawless block and they do up 3 or up 2, and then they punch you. Either they can launch you, or you can just hit. Now the perk is that when you just hit, you'll have armor. So if I like do a full combo, it's not working right now, but sometimes when you do up 2, you can actually get hit even though you're flawless blocking and doing a flawless block attack. So that's why some people, they do the armor, which is up 3. Okay, so that's a flawless block attack. A get up is simply getting up normally, okay? Like I said, you can delay your get up, or you can do a get up attack in this game. So get up attacks, for example, it's up 3 or up 2. It costs 1 bar of D, 1 bar of offense, okay? If you look at the bottom right, look at her defensive and offensive meter. So the up 2, which is this, launches me, okay? It launches, but it has no shield. So if someone else hits you on meaty means hitting someone as soon as they get up, like that, then it prevents them from doing anything. But if they do up 3, they have shield, it doesn't matter. I'm still gonna get hit, right? Well, I'm trying to... So that's a get up attack. Some get up attacks too are just like anything where you get up. So for example, if she does this, she gets up, immediately throws me, that's her get up attack. And that's where, when sometimes people say, you know, down 1 on get up, that's like a scrubby. It means that someone knocks you down and you get up by poking. That's just anything that where you get up and you hit, that's going to be your get up attack. Hopping in this game, you can jump, which means that you hold up, or you can simply click up real quick and it's going to hop, right? And there are many different techniques for that, but essentially a throw, not a throw, a normal jump, you can jump kick, or you can jump punch and start combos. A hop, it's an overhead. There are 2 animations. See, it's just overheads. Overheads means that if someone crouch blocks, for example, she's going to be crouch blocking. I do the overhead, it touches her compared to if I do a low, a mid, or even a high, right? This high touches her, but nothing happens. An overhead is going to open her up if she ducks. That was a hop attack. An interactable in this game, there are interactables, meaning there are things in the map that you can use to hurt your opponent. Like this one here. So the thing that's there usually flashes. Why won't it flash? Okay, so usually it's gonna flash sometimes, but okay, you see how it just flashed? You do right bumper, and you actually can hit an opponent. It does a good amount of damage. So if I just bring her to this side here, I'm gonna hit her with the interactable, right bumper. You get a special animation, some good damage. It's unsafe though. Unsafe means that if she blocks it, I'm gonna get hit before I can block again. You can use interactables in the corner too. Some of them are used as escapes. Some of them are actual strikes. It depends on the map. If we go all the way to the other side. Okay, I think this one is an escape one. Right. It takes 1 bar of defensive meter. And what if it's an interactable where you hit? Still takes 1 bar of defensive meter, okay? And now we're going to look at the other one. The one that did like a significant amount of damage. It's going to take 1 bar of D again. 1 bar of defensive meter, okay? So for interactables, 1 bar of defensive meter. A punish means that you're able to hit someone before they're able to block. That's because they used an unsafe attack. Like, this is Scorpion's back too. If we look at the frames, I know the frames are too early, but okay, let's not even look at the frames. But this is an unsafe attack, and if I time it right, I'm going to get the punish every time. That's actually a reversal. So, here you go. You see on the right, it says punish. Not this time, I didn't do it fast enough. Punish. So that's a punish, okay? Now we're going to look at counters. A counter is an attack that interrupts someone attacking. So here I'm interrupting her attacking in the air, and I get a counter. Okay, so that is a counter. A crushing blow is a special mechanic in this game, which gives you a high amount of damage. There are specific triggers for crushing blows. For example, if you use Scorpion, he has crushing blows on throws, but it's only triggered if you grab someone first and they tech the wrong way, because in this game we have 50-50 techs. Meaning sometimes he throws you to the back, sometimes he throws you in front of him. You have to tech properly, you have to press the right button to tech properly. And if you grab someone, they fail the tech, this gets charged, okay? And then you can grab them again if you get them again in another grab. No, that's not the crushing blow I wanted. This is what's gonna happen. Gonna get a crushing blow, and does a significant amount of damage. Look at her life. Everyone has a down 2 crushing blow in this game. So if I put her on playback, she ends with a high, okay? Highs are countered by down 2s, which gives crushing blows. See, I turned off my easy crushing blow, so now it won't get triggered easily. I still get her, so I punish her high. It gives me a crushing blow, a down 2 crushing blow. So every character has that. Those are what crushing blows are. For example, there's another one with Scorpion. There's a punish on... So this one just triggers on punishes. Alright, so that's it with that mechanic. Okay, reversals. Those are really interesting. So what reversals are is that you can input your button while in block stun, before you're out of block stun, and still the movement is going to come out after you're done blocking. Block stun means that your character is stuck in the animation. So I'm letting go of block. I'll tell you when I let go of block. Okay? Now, see, he's still blocking even though I let go now. He's still blocking the animation. So what you do to get a reversal is you're still in block stun, you let go of block, you move, and what Scorpion is going to do is move on the first available frame. What does that mean? It means that as soon as he possibly can move, he's going to move. It means that there's no human error, because otherwise you would have to like time it properly and then move as soon as possible. But with reversals, you buffer your input, meaning that you're entering the input of a move at the same time as another action is taking place, meaning Cassie Cage is hitting me, I'm blocking, I let go of block, the animation shows that I'm still blocking, I enter my move while I'm blocking, and he's going to move out as soon as he can. You cannot do that in this game for anything other than backdash, front dash, and special moves. In Tekken, for example, you can buffer your hits, your normals, meaning that Cassie Cage hits me, like that, and then I would input 1-1, look to the left, XX, right? And then it would come out right as soon as he's out of block stun. I can do that with dashes. See, it just worked with dash. It's gonna work with specials. It just worked with a special, reversal. I do it with 1-1, doesn't work. Okay, so in this game you can do that. Reversals mean that the attack comes out immediately after coming out of block. Okay, so it's a technique that you're gonna have to learn. Not hard. You can use to punish people when they're doing unsafe moves. For example, Cassie Cage has an amazing reversal in this game. See, it countered. I did the move now, and now it comes out. Look at my inputs. See, I do it like a fraction of a second before I'm out of block stun. I'd go block, I let go of block, now, and then I'm still blocking. And she does the reversal counter. There's another wake up mechanic in this game. So we saw the up 2, up 3, which is the attack mechanic to get up. We saw the delay wake up. That's another wake up option. Now, in this one, we also have, Jesus Christ, the rolls. I'm gonna remove this so you can see clearly. So that's a forward roll. These ones are used to punish attacks, to get behind your enemy when they're just hitting the air, and then you punish them, right? You can't get hit when you're in that state. See what happened? No matter what I do, you can't get hit. Except, you can get grabbed. So that's the counter. So those are roll escapes. You can roll in front, or you can roll backwards. Like that. It costs 1 bar of defensive meter. Remember, the other ones, the other get up, the up 2, up 3, they cost 1 bar of D, 1 bar of A of offensive meter. Look. See? That's that one. Now it's going to be up 2. But not when you get up roll or forward roll. Just a quick reminder, when you break away, you lose 2 bar of defensive meter. Here you go. Now I'm going to show you through escapes, okay? Scorpion is going to grab me. He's going to do a forward throw. If you look at the input on the left, he's doing forward LB, left bumper, or L1. Okay, so if you hold forward while you're grabbing someone, you're gonna do a forward throw like that. So he throws me in front of him. That's good to keep the corner. So it's a high, as you can see, because I keep ducking all of them, right? But if you block, you're still gonna get grabbed. Teching a throw, or a throw escape, is the proper word, means that as soon as you get grabbed, you press a button, you press the right button. In this case, you press either 2 or 4 for forward throws. 2 or 4, which is Y or B. And I kick him away. I can still do it if I'm blocking. I just have to let go of block really quickly. You can't keep blocking and press. That doesn't work. You have to let go of block and you do that. Even if you're crouching, you let go of block, you press. You don't even have to uncrouch, right? I'm crouched. Whoops. I'm crouched this whole time. Okay, now let's look at the other throw. The backwards throw. So he grabs me. He doesn't hold forward while he grabs me. Now I go the other way. How do you check that? You have to press X or square on PlayStation, or also known as 1 in the FGC terms, or you press 3 or A or X on PlayStation, like that. So that is the throw escape. It's very difficult. The throw itself, the startup, like it's 10 frames. Okay, we're not even going to get into frames, too complicated for now. But that's it, guys. Those are the terminology for beginners in Mortal Kombat 11. Link in the description below if you want to read it yourself. I highly recommend you go through the tutorial. It's very good. And have fun playing this game. Like, comment, subscribe. Have a good one.